Shalom, shalom, Yahshua Allah. I'm going to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakadash, Paleo Hebrew tongue, its great names of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sisters and brothers laboring in this truth, and shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. Hey, come to talk to you about something. Hey, this is going to be a watchman lesson, Yahshua Allah. Something I noticed. It got brought to my attention that I didn't even know. And it's some things going on here in Tulsa, Oklahoma that's got me looking like, what would Esau really got going on? We measure the time diligently, look at the prophecies, and there's something major going on in Tulsa right now. Like right now, the Arkansas River, where Tulsa is, they have dammed it up where there's like almost no water in there. You can walk across the Arkansas River at the point that's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like on 71st Street, where that is, you can go straight across that sucker from side to side. It's totally dang near dry. Then, on the flip side, I found out Lake Yola is also, it's bone dry. There's no water, which is a huge reservoir off of 56th Street. And I've never seen it like that. And then I found the article talking about it. And they're saying the same thing for both of those. They're trying to say that they're doing a project in Arkansas River, Riverside. And then they say they're doing a project in Lake Yola. And that's why they have no water in there. But I'm looking like, man, like I know, hey, the devil's trying to get the MOTB system up. So if you're trying to get a new system up, the best way to make somebody comply is take away their water. Cut their water off. Like Jake always saying, I'm going to cut his water off. That's what it looked like they could be doing, Yahshua. Now, they done made excuses. Read an article on this one. Lake Yola, and it surprised me. I'm talking about this reservoir always went down 56th Street. And I always seen that reservoir, full of water. It's like a big old, man, it's one of the biggest man-made lakes in Tulsa, I want to say. And it's always usually filled to the top with water. Deer is always running across the street to get to it, to get some water. Brothers fishing there. I heard of some good fishing in there. Not no more. Them fish is gone. So check it out. It says, Tulsa's largest reservoir, Lake Yola, looks empty. However, Tulsa has plenty of water and is soon going to be refilled. So they say. The city of Tulsa said a planned maintenance period scheduled during winter won't be completed because of supply chain issues. See, I always got to blame it on something. The reservoir will be drained again next winter to complete the job. The almost empty lake has attracted some attention for people driving on Highway 75. Exactly. I go down that highway all the time. I usually go down there usually during night. So I didn't know it was empty like that until, it was, told to me. So I went and checked it out and, man, it was empty to what he told. I'm talking about it's totally empty, Yahshua. Like, dry, cracked up mud under that sucker. No water. So basically, they trying to say that they're doing maintenance on it. They're talking about let's keep on reading. While it's routine maintenance, sometimes many years will pass between times when it's drained for repairs. The intention was to rebuild sections of the slope walls around the lake and repair some of the drainage lines. When it's full, Lake Yola holds 2 billion gallons of raw water. It's piped in from Lake Spavina and held for treatment at the Mohawk Water Treatment Plant. Yeah, Mohawk is a big little river system here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa has another reservoir in East Tulsa that holds 1.2 billion gallons of water. A city spokesman said Yola will be refilled in early March. We're in March and that sucker is still bone dry. We getting in March now, so I'm gonna keep you posted, Yahshua, to see if it is what they say it is. But I notice right now, the 2 major ways Tulsa gets their water, Arkansas River, this Lake Yola, which I probably feeds all north side with the water, are bone dry empty. Bone empty. So I know how Esau been talking, about to come down with that great wrath. They could set up a whole military installation at their place where they dried up that lake at. Like, it's a big open space now. They could come through. Like I said, it wouldn't be a problem. They can now go through the Arkansas River because it's all the way dry. You can see the dirt. Like I said, you walk across from it. And then look at all the fish they killed doing that. That lake was full of life, man. Full of fish. All them fish are dead. Arkansas River, too. They're all dead. This devil just killed all kinds of life. And I think You know, I'm just talking from man right now. Like, it looks like they getting ready to make their move, and they're clearing out big bodies of water, so they ain't got to go through it or nothing like that. That's like now they can set up a military installation in that area, have a big military base in that area. So, and then like when you got to do blockade and siege anytime you attack the people. So a good thing to take away other than the food is to take away the water. So I'm gonna keep a watch on that. And you brothers and sisters, y'all tell me what's going on in y'all city or state. Like if the water is been drained, if the lakes is low, wherever you at. I like to hear about it, man, so I can get a bigger picture on if the devil's trying to roll on us or not. Because if they trying to roll on us, it makes all the sense in the world to cut the water off first. As I was talking to somebody about that, I'm like, man, we could be dealing with the last little bit of waters we're gonna be dealing with till the summer over with. You know how these devils get down. So just something to watch out for. And you brothers and sisters, let me know how's the water doing in your area. If we got any brothers and sisters listening from Mississippi, I want to know what's the Mississippi River looking like. Is it still low? Because it's been low. I wonder, has it ever got back to normal? You already know that them spilled chemicals all in the Ohio River. Them chemical bomb that sucker. They probably gonna do it to more others. West Virginia just had a train derailment, spilled oil and chemicals in the water. So this devil, he's doing warfare on the ecosystem, the environment. Make it where you can't grow crop, you can't get fresh water. That's why it's been on my spirit to learn how to filter water. I've been trying to, it's been on my spirit to make me like 5-gallon Berkeleys and start filtering the rainwater, because we got to get a lot. And that might be the water we're going to have to use to bathe and drink in, because this devil, he's swinging for the fences, man, big time. So let's go to the scriptures. Euphrates River is dried up. That's because they getting ready for World War III about to pop off. Let's go to Revelation. Because it could be the time we in where the devil about to come down with great wrath. He's angry. It's over with. He's losing. He's been exposed. Now I'm about to just, run right through y'all. So this is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So the devil's time is coming up short. So his time coming up short, he got to do things to put the American people in a panic. Make them panic. Make them, knock each other off. They're going to that second address, man. It's going to be water wars. If you got bottled water, clean water over here, and they Edomite don't, he going to come using his guns. He going to try to take your water. And they cut the numbers down. So then when Esau come with his military, they ain't got so many people to deal with. They're trying to make the public fight and kill each other. And then they come behind them and pick off the survivors. So it'd be easier for them. So he won't lose as many resources. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We know how the devil gonna do this thing. And he gonna come with great wrath, man. Super soldiers, robot soldiers, robot dogs. This devil, he's desperate, man. He gotta get this thing up in order to keep his rulership going. So let's go to 2 Corinthians. And this 2 Corinthians 2:11, let Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we watching set up, we see what this devil's doing. We're not ignorant of his devices. Means that's a tactic that Esau does. Blockade and siege before he, amounts a massive attack. So us in this truth, man, like the scripture said we read earlier, we rejoicing. We in our lots. We not worried about what Esau about to do. We already, like I said, it's been on my spirit to filter water. I've been knowing this devil about to do something like that. And it just makes it easier for the public to go crazy and do the bidding of Esau. Knock each other off. Then it makes it better for that devil. He's like, you want this water? I got clean water. You want some clean water? Hey, stick your hand out, stick your head out. I got to put this in you. I got to keep track of you. Come in my system and get some clean water. So that could be a big move that this devil about to make, because they have to get the MOTB system going. They can't get it going if people got abundance of, everything they need outside of the system. No, this devil trying to make it where you need the system. You got to come to me for food. Come to me for clean water. Come to me for shelter. That's how he gonna do it. He wants your consent. He gonna take away your stuff so you consent and bow down to him. And I just want to put that out because that water being dried up like that, man, they blew my mind. I'm like, what? I've never seen that sucker empty like that ever in life. Y'all right. I've been born and raised in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that must be filled to the top. Like it be about to like spill over. It be so filled up with water. And now it's just bone dry. They just drained it. So they let you know they control that. That's theirs. And see, like I said, we can go to water wars. A lot of people ain't prepared for this, man. They don't know how to filter no water, have no clean water. They think it's gonna be. They think they always gonna have access to clean water. As if the devil ain't gonna do nothing. See, I'm gonna come with that second Esdras 15-19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor and should destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread and for great tribulation. And on the flip side, a lack of bread also can go into lack of clean water. You know, I said a bottle of water is about to skyrocket when all hell break loose. Clean water is going to be a commodity. If you can have access to clean water, you're going to run in these times to come. And that's how the devil's doing, man. He's about to control the whole market. And it's a cartoon like that speaks about that. I used to watch, man. It's an old cartoon I used to watch back in the day. That Fist of the North Star. A lot of them people was fighting and banging over water, man. The tyrant dude had access to clean water that people didn't. And they used to just privilege the people. And it was like water wars, man. And the people needed that warrior Kenshiro to fight on their behalf, which he represented the hopeful elect, the 144,000, because he had powers, that spiritual power, and people needed him, you know, to keep them from the dictator dude who had everything. And they take people from, you know, the little villages. And that's how it's about to be going into, you know, the day of our Lord, man, before going into really Jacob's trouble. Spiritual power is about to be real big, Akim. Like I said, some brothers might get the power to generate water. You know how valuable that brother gonna be when the time kick in like that? Man, that brother gonna be like everything. Like I said, man, Yahushua is about to do some amazing things when the devil rolls down with great wrath. We just got to get ready for him and get ready to receive those gifts. Certain brothers might have the ability to control water. That's gonna be huge. That's gonna be how we get our water, man, during some troubling times. You know, if you can believe that, you know, that's a lot of above people's strength, but not as hopeful elect, not the 144,000. We know spiritual power is a real thing, and we're looking forward into receiving that spiritual power. We ready for it, you know, and we know it's gonna manifest when the devil come down with great wrath. So I didn't mean for this lesson to be long. It's like a quick hitter. There's something I seen that just blew my mind, Yashra. Like Lake Eola is totally bone dry. The Arkansas River, totally dry. There's two major big bodies of water that's totally dry. And I'm like, devil, why? And he keeps saying the reason he's doing it, maintenance. I'm doing construction. Man, that devil could be lying like he always do. They could be gearing up to attack the people right now. Flood in some UN troops or anything like that. Makes it easier. And they needed that to drain that, because if you're going to do an attack, because like 56, it's kind of like people that got land, like Osage, Yashra, they got land back there. That's kind of like the country people, rural area. So that reservoir be in the way right there of them trying to attack them off of 56th Street. You know, all the, you know, Jakes we got that live off in that area. That water would be like a shield. So them draining that lake, I can see why they did that. That way they can just go and get all the little people they need to get. Because I know they want the rural people first, because those are people that got the land, they got the resource, they can really take care of themselves. You know, I seen one dude had like, man, he had so many sheep. So they gonna try to attack them. They probably gonna come from that area, come from the city areas, and just come all at one time. They can go across the Arkansas River. It's dried up. So there won't be no obstacles in their way. Because those big bodies of water I can see would be in their way of them trying to, you know, come down on the American people real rough. That big body of water be in the way. And that's how some people can get away too, man. You just jump off in the Arkansas River. Say if you got a boat or a raft and you just float on down that sucker, man, Esau can't get you. So he done took that little escapability away. Like, nah, ain't nobody floating down nothing. I'm about to pick you off. I want to be able to drive my tanks over through the river, up and down, get my Humvees up and down. They got the space to do it now, y'all, Charlotte. So it's a quick little here to just get our heads up that they're taking the water away. I appreciate the Akim and Aqua from the comment board. If y'all let me know if this happened in your city, state as well. That way I could just see, like, you know, are they really doing this, or are they just, or it really is about some construction stuff. But that just, it rang alarm bells in my head when I seen it. I already knew the Arkansas River was dried up. But when they late, Yola was dried up too. Oh man, that I was like, oh man, my radar going off. E up to something. Talking about maintenance. He drank that sucker completely bone dry. Completely bone dry. So with that being said, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwame Yasharala, DT Baba Bob, and Shalom. And don't forget, man, Akim and Aquaf, let me know what's going on in your city or state about the water. Let me know. Shalom.